Financial minimalism is a great way to boost your savings and limit your spending footprint. Being frugal has several advantages, but it will especially help you align your priorities and get more meaning and purpose from the things that you actually decide to own. You will be able to tap into your creative side just to be able to save that dollar. Number 10. Give up your credit cards. There's no doubt that credit cards are convenient. It's easy to just keep swiping on several purchases. If you don't think credit cards are a problem, then perhaps you don't know that the average American has about $5,000 in credit card debt. You are so much better off going in with your own money. Once you see how fast money runs out, you will rethink some of your purchases. It will keep you conscious of what to buy. You won't get a new pair of shoes when the money you've got is specifically for groceries or furniture. It will also help you spend a particular amount of money. If you only have $500 with you when you go shopping, you won't spend more than that without looking ridiculous. Credit cards make it hard for you to keep track of your spending, and you just keep piling up the total amount with every swipe. The interest and payments you make also take some extra dollars out of your account. To embrace your frugal lifestyle, go cardless. Number 9. Learn to say no. Saying no is liberating. It helps you take back control of your time, your company, and your money. Especially your money. There is always something else and something better. If you are a gadget person, several new gadgets come out every year. The fast fashion industry will drive you insane as you try to keep up with all the trends. Therefore, you need to learn to say no to your short-time cravings to be able to hit your long-term goals. You don't need to upgrade your phone with every release, nor does owning all the clothes in your go-to boutique increase your lifespan. Say no and learn to value functionality. This will require you to get your shopping disorders in check. Give up your impulsive shopping and shopping sprees whenever you see a sale. You also need to have boundaries when it comes to your social life. Even though you are well off financially, there is no reason for you to always pick up the tab when you go out with your friends. You also don't need to attend every event that they throw. Just pick the ones you believe in. Number 8. Reduce, recycle, reuse. Frugal living, like any other form of minimalism, seeks to improve the environment while also improving your quality of life. The best code to live by is the 3 R's: reduce, recycle, reuse. This works best for your shopping and how to use things sustainably. If you can't recycle it, don't buy it. This way, you'll get more reusable products like cloth towels and utensils. Invest in a reusable water bottle too, or a coffee mug. Use the same approach for your clothes. If they are old, reduce by donating them to people in need, or give them a new look with a few stitches and reuse them elsewhere. Go through all the items you haven't used in a while. If you haven't used it in a year, it's safe to say you might not use it at all. Donate those pieces to people who will have more use for them. This will help you avoid clutter while also helping others. There's no point holding on to things that no longer serve any purpose. It doesn't matter that it was your first pair of heels or the first present your significant other got you. Give up the sentimentality and think more logically. Frugal people know experiences mean more than possessions. Be grateful that you wore those shoes for your first interview, then give them up. Number 7. Review your financial standing often. Money is a touchy subject. No one really wants to talk about it. And if you know you have poor spending habits, you probably don't want to look at any of your statements. Unfortunately, that is you simply behaving like an ostrich with its head in the ground. This just gives the danger time to draw nearer. Rip off that Band-Aid and face your finances. Review your bank statements and credit report to see what you can do differently. You are probably paying for a subscription you stopped actively using 3 years ago. This will help you cut back on your spending and get on top of your finances. You need to ask some hard questions before you are forced to make the hard decisions. Do you really need a car, or can you use your public transportation? Is there something you can change about your lifestyle so that you are not in the hospital every other month? Is your debt payment method working, or do you need to be more aggressive about it? This way, you will make good financial decisions without drastically changing your way of life in the middle of the night. Number 6. Buy secondhand. You don't need to empty your bank account for a first-hand item when you can find so many good pieces at secondhand stores. This goes for clothes, accessories, furniture, and cars. You can find great deals on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and eBay. Before you go furniture shopping, hit up garage sales and flea markets near you. You are more likely to get a unique piece for a steal of a price at those places, and you can look like a boss in your secondhand clothes. It's all about how you dress them up and if you wear them with confidence. With all these options, there is no reason for you to spend thousands on a designer bag or tens of thousands on the latest car. Shop smart and enjoy all the savings you will make. Number 5. Entertainment on a budget. Having fun does not have to poke holes into your account or your savings. There are so many ways you can de-stress and enjoy your time for cheap, even at no cost at all. Before you commit to an event or activity, find out if there are cheaper options. Rather than spend money eating out, have a cook-in or barbecue at home. It's cheaper and will give you more time to bond. The same is true for movies and finding an activity for your friend group. Have your own movie night or game night. There's no need to spend thousands of dollars on getting an experience that you will not remember in a few years. If you want to do something outside the house, take a hike or go for a walk in the park. You can go stargazing or watch the sunrise or sunset. You might also find yourself drawn to other new hobbies like photography or videography. These things don't need to be expensive. Start with your phone or any camera you have. Think of crafting or painting. If your kind of entertainment is more digital, then rent out what you need rather than buy. It also helps if you have a particular portion of your income set aside for fun and entertainment so that you are not tempted to go overboard. Number 4. Embrace DIY. If you've got functioning limbs, then there is much you can do for yourself, and in so doing, cut down on how much you need to spend. You can start with simple things like mowing your lawn, doing your hair and nails, or washing your car. Most people spend hundreds of dollars on their appearance and change that up every other week. With online tutorials and practice, you will be able to do your makeup, hair, and nails like a pro. You can bump your expertise to things around the house. Do your own painting, learn to fix your own light bulbs, and decorate your place the way that you want without an interior designer. If you're up to it, you can take on different projects like carpentry or electrical or even plumbing. You can also become a wizard in the kitchen, learn how to bake or cook, and make your own coffee. Cooking and making coffee for yourself will altogether save you about $5,000 a year. Once you brush up on those skills, you might be able to make some profit off your trade. If not, you will have saved your money by doing things yourself. You can make learning something new fun and profitable. Number 3. Downsize. There's no point in drowning in debt with your extra possessions. The big house might be handy in hiding your financial statements, but not practical for your dwindling savings. The sports car, too, will help you speed from your problems as it drives you closer to bankruptcy. That's when you need to downsize. Move out of your huge mansion to a little apartment, especially if it makes sense for your finances. You don't need 7 bathrooms. It's just a lot of toilets to clean, yet you only need 1. You could decide to get a roommate so that you split the bills or rent out an extra room so that you always have something coming in. Get a smaller car that is more cost-friendly, fuel-wise, and for maintenance too. You could also downsize your social group so that you are not spending all your extra money and time attending events you don't really want to be at. This mentality could also work for your expectations. Rather than go for an extravagant trip, think smaller and more meaningful, like a road trip to your favorite spot. As a frugal person, you've got to be smart about your spending. Number 2. Be a planner. Plans help you avoid so many mishaps. Plan everything in advance. Of course, there are some things you can't exactly account for, but the plan should cover all possible outcomes. You can start with small plans to get the hang of things. Have a meal plan. Prepare your meals ahead of time. This will help you save on costs when it comes to grocery shopping and prevent food waste. Plan for your outings or trips ahead of time. This will give you plenty of time to find deals you can take advantage of. There's no reason to do last-minute bookings when you've known of something ahead of time. You'll also be able to send apologies rather than double booking and disappointing plenty of people. Plan what you will wear ahead of time too. You'll get a rough idea of what you have in your closet, what you need, and what you should give up. A frugal life is an organized life. Once you see how much you save by having everything in its place, you will be encouraged to plan out most of the things you have to deal with. Even though a spontaneous life seems more fun, it wreaks havoc on your finances. Before we get into number 1, make sure to check out the links in the description for our best recommendations to boost your savings. Number 1. Uphold the budget. A budget is a sacred tool for the frugal. They live by it and swear by it. To go out of budget is a sin. So, to embrace your frugal life, make a budget and stick to it. You don't need to be so strict with your budget. This will make it hard for you to follow, and you will not be pleased with your new lifestyle. Go with a more flexible budget. Make sure to take off your savings before spending. It is better if you have a savings account, an emergency fund, and your retirement savings. With your spending money, pay off all the bills and payments first to avoid debt. Then, shop for necessities like food. Have a portion of your budget dedicated to things you want: a trip, new books, or even a night out. You can live within your means and still enjoy your life. Don't be tempted to determine your spending by what other people are doing.